Well, I had, it was about 4 or 5 months, 4 or 5 months for the writing.
Okay, yeah.
And that was kind of like writing and then recording at the same time. So I had like
It's
all
pretty
the
quick
parts.
turnaround there then.
Yeah, and well, then I was really lucky that Dean from Cheetahs, so he moved to LA and he was working in a really good studio, so he was in the studio and I just sent him files and he was very happily, or very kindly mixed them in like the studio.
Yeah.
So, you know, the sound that I was getting was like a piece of shit. Like it wasn't that bad, but like he just was able to make it sound like an actual like broken record, which was really cool. And then I had Mark, who was also from the band, play drums, and he recorded those drums at his house.
So that's where you used to record, wasn't it? Around Mark's, when you did the first few Cheetahs.
Well, we did the second album at a place he was living. He's not there anymore. It was kind of like you know those like squat kind of, they like live in guardians.
Like, oh yeah, yeah.
So it was a cool place. So it's like right by MI5. And so we had to walk by MI5 every day. And then
didn't get any influence from that though. Didn't seep into your song anywhere.
I don't know. that album has like way too much influence. Like, who knows? But this one was great because it was like the most painless record production-wise I've ever been involved in, which was really, really great. And like I kind of had to wean myself back into wanting to do music because
I saw you mentioned in some interviews you were.
Oh man, I was done. I was burnt out. And I was saying to people, I'm like, I'm never into music again. Like, it's done. And I was like,
dead serious in that.
At that time, I was,
oh.
And I never thought I'd get to that point. Back in my mind, I was probably like, yeah, you just need a break. But like emotionally, I was like, fuck it, like that's it. So I took about 3 months, and I literally didn't touch my guitar. I had to play. So I had to teach guitar lessons, but that's all. I wouldn't play for fun.
Yeah.
And then I remember we were having, you know, kind of a breakup with our label at the time, you know what I mean? And they got in touch with us, kind of just asking what was up. So it was almost like, in our heads we thought, okay, they're done with us. And then they got in touch, and in my head it was like, oh, maybe there's light at the, you know, maybe we can pick something. Again, then I picked up my guitar and I wrote the "Would You Be There For Me" song. Like literally, it just came, like the whole thing. And I was like, wow.
So finished product's basically the same. It's just in those first few minutes. That's what came.
Yeah, it was like it's like the one riff is like the whole song.
Yeah.
So like that riff, I just picked it up, and that was the first thing I came up with. And then I kind of went like, oh, that was quite fun, you know. And then it was like, yeah, like you know. Then we had a conversation with the label, and it wasn't gonna work out, which was fine. But it gave me at least like a bit of hope that you know
push you down to making this album again.
So that kind of planted the seed.
Yeah.
For the next kind of 6 months, and then I spent that summer going through a lot of like, well, if I'm not going to be in a band, what am I going to do? You know, like, because
had that always been a dream then? Always. Yeah.
Always. You know, like, dream was like just to be the guy that gets to tour and put out records. Like,
yeah.
That's
everyone wants that, don't they? Yeah.
And then you know you get to do that, and then it's been fucking awesome. And then it's a bit like, oh, well, you know, kind of hit your 30s, and you're like, can you do that forever? It's like, no. So the whole album is a little bit like Would You Be There For Me? Is that kind of call out, you know. Maybe, yeah, kind of just asking myself like, what's going on, you know? Like, I got kind of confused and kind of lost, I guess, and basically just needed a holiday, like you know, as anybody really does. You know? It's kind of like a necessity, really. I didn't realize that, so I I did it. Like, took my wife to Crete in Greece, and just we had like the actual honeymoon that we never kind of had. Like we didn't go to a tropical place for our honeymoon, which we should.
Where did you go?
We went to Vienna, which was nice.
That's nice though, yeah.
But it was a city break, so it's kind of like it wasn't as relaxing.
Not the full experience that you want.
Yeah, kind of know why people go on a honeymoon because you just want to like let it like sink in.
Yeah.
Whereas we didn't have that anyway. Crete's like a gem. It's like we had the most amazing time. It's like still it feels like it's still a bit unspoiled a little bit. Like a lot of Greek islands get quite busy partying.
Yeah.
But Crete was a bit more family, which is kind of like what we were going for. Just chill.
The way of life you're going now, yeah.
And man, we hit these like Elefanisi Beach and like these other. We just had this time. And as I was there, I was like, a few of the songs sounded quite watery and kind of like surfy and kind of beachy sounding.
That's the theme you've got to run through this album, really.
I was there and I was like, oh no, wouldn't it be amazing if I made like an album that would end up paying for this holiday? Like that was the dream. Like if I could pay my credit card off for the holiday that I'm spanking on it by selling some records that are kind of based on this.
Yeah.
That was the kind of MO. I was like, I want to pay my credit card off.
Just a little hint to you guys out there if you want to.
Yeah, so I haven't managed to do it yet. This will hopefully help. And then, so there, and actually like the sample at the end of the last track that was like what we heard every morning outside of our hotel room. It was like just people like setting the plates up for the dinner, the lunch service and stuff like that. And then there was a plane that was going over top, and it kind of goes on and on. And that was kind of like signaling the end of the holiday, and you're kind of flying home. Because the whole album, I came up with the concept when I was there, it being kind of like you start on the beach, first song in the morning. Yeah. And then it kind of takes you through a whole day. And so the songs are kind of put in that order, so it's kind of like by the time you hit the middle of the record, it's kind of like the sun's up at the top, it's like high noon or whatever, and like I kind of have a film idea I want to put with it, but it's supposed to go through progression of a day, ending up like the last song, that's kind of like when a storm hits or whatever, and then you get thrown back onto the beach.
But Sunburn's a fitting name for it. That's
And then the whole thing was that at the end you're supposed to kind of like think, oh well, it could have just been a big dream, So I tried a little bit like that with the live show, just like having the beach there, and then the lights. We couldn't do too much with it, but like the lights starting with like yellow, going to orange, going to red, purple, and then to the moon, like the spotlight. So there's a good concept behind it, and I would like to be able to do some kind of visual film kind of thing.
Is that the next idea you got in mind then?
Yeah, I'd love to. If anybody does that, it'd be awesome.
Get in touch with us.
That'd be really.
We'll pass contacts on.
Like a little like an accompaniment to the record.
Yeah.
I think it fits. It's nice to listen to as a whole thing, and it tells one kind of big story. And all of the lyrics as well, they kind of go through and they're kind of all questioning things. And then in the end, kind of just having that kind of conversation with yourself. It's like, what do you want to do?
So awesome, yeah.
So there's loads in it. Well, I mean, I wanted to play guitar because I watched Fred Penner, who's this Canadian, did a TV show where he like, it was a kid's show, and he like crawled through a log and then like sat in a forest and played guitar with like these animal friends.
Okay, yeah.
I don't even know what the songs were anymore, but I thought he was awesome. And
that's what kicked off then?
Yeah, I was just like, I got like a toy guitar. I was like, watch Fred Penner. I actually made a video that was kind of in homage to him ages ago. But I mean, properly, like Elliott Smith was one who I really loved listening to, and he kind of got me into, I'd sing along to his songs a lot. And then, because I didn't used to sing a lot. And then I used to play guitar and not sing.
What was the switch point then? What made you go as a lead singer?
I don't know.
Songs got to step up a bit.
Yeah, I guess so. I started writing songs, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was quite later. But Elliott Smith was He's one of my favorites as far as singing goes. And then, yeah. Well, actually, because it was kind of like going from a band scenario to a solo project, I kind of started listening to guys like John Cale a bit more. So he's his album Fear was really cool. It introduced to that on one of the tours, and that was nice having him like break away from Velvet Underground, and then he did his own thing, but he still fits the question. It's like a classical composer. It's amazing, but
bit of everything, yeah.
Yeah, but like it was really cool to see like, oh, okay, well he's kind of like gone from like a band thing, and then he's got his own sound, and it's like trying to develop your own sound. So I was listening to like Townes Van Zandt and like just like people who had like a strong personal presence, I suppose, or kind of like a character. You know, Leonard Cohen, or so, you know, like people like he was actually quite a big one because not musically maybe, but like he gave me hope that it wasn't too late because he didn't put his first album until he was like 34.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh wow, and then he's gone on to have like an amazing
You've got
career.
plenty of years ahead of you to hit the peak.
That's it. And you know, and then it makes a lot of sense because like by that time, stuff he's putting out is like really mature, you know, and it's like amazing poetry and like his first album's incredible. But yeah, he wasn't like 20. He's still figuring it out. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to get to that place of confidence, I think, and I think I've only got to now.
Oh, you just got there,
yeah. It's
so
taken
this
a long
sounds,
time.
is this what you want to take forwards, or is it going to be next album completely different again? Or
well, yeah, I feel like I work better when there's a concept or some kind of context to kind of play with. You know, I started writing stuff afterwards, and then that was kind of drifting, and then I was like, okay, I got to stop writing now and just make this album because all the stuff that I'm writing after that's not going to work with this stuff.
Yeah,
I have to like choose the songs, go, okay, just stick to this. And then you kind of have to shut off.
How much hit the cutting floor?
What's that?
How much hit the cutting floor then?
Oh man, there's quite a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Like, there's some really shitty songs that are on a playlist that nobody will ever hear. So like those are like the 9 good ones that we got.
Yeah, but 9 very good ones though.
Oh, thanks very much.
And it was very, like you said, it hit the theme very well the whole way through. It's not like some albums where you just pick and choose like completely different sounds. The whole way it sounds like one coherent project.
Thanks,
and
yeah.
that's a big thing you need when you're releasing it.
For sure, and I think that's something that I definitely was aware of trying to do, I think, but at the same time, it just kind of felt naturally too.
Yeah.
You know, like it didn't feel forced. And any of the songs that did feel forced didn't make the album. You can kind of tell. So that was actually quite a good process. Was kind of being the only one to say if it was good or not. Like that was hard. Because we always had like at least I'd say, James, is this any good? Or is Mark's this any good in the team? And now it's just me. And then like so before I showed anybody anything, I had to make sure it was good for me. So I think in the end that's harder for me and more work, but at the same time it was great because as soon as I showed it to somebody, it was going to be good.
Something you're proud of,
exactly,
you're happy with.
I made sure I was happy with it. You know?
So how many were close to making it then? 'Cause 9 is quite a concise.
Yeah, it's a pretty short record.
Yeah.
You don't really nobody has time to listen to like an hour of music anymore. It's like half an hour max, and then you'll flip to something else. You know, it's so easy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to.
No, that's the key.
Like
those 9 are the ones.
That's for sure. Yeah, and they're all there for a reason, which is nice. Like, same with all the parts. Like, I made sure, like every guitar part, if it wasn't working or whatever, then just lose it. You know, it doesn't have to be there. Do we need drums on this? No, fine. It's not adding anything. So
there's a few just pretty much instrumentals on there, which focused on the riff the whole way through more than anything. It's a nice change of pace as you're going through there to hit those as well. Yeah, and that was something I played with too with the track listing, making sure that it kind of picked up and kind of did this. Yeah, and you can tell when you listen to it, you can hear it flow. again, as you say, the water, it really works. Thank you for coming along. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Hope you enjoyed. Southside?
Yeah.
Southside. If you ever have a cocktail, that's the one to go for.
It's a good one.
Lovely. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.